Just a little bit on the weak side. What type of motors are you using this year?
Well, this
Getting on
year
that.
is we call it a choice engine. It's a kind of a spec engine that pretty much everybody is running. And I don't know the exact horsepower, but I would guess it's about 540 horsepower. And so all of the front runners will have pretty much the same motor with the same horsepower, which makes it nice. So that you're not worried about, well, Charlie Brown has 10 more horsepower and Sam has 50 more horsepower. That's not the case with TA2.
So I have to ask, earlier in the conversation, you brought up Boris said, so are you pretty close to Boris? Or
Well, I sat next to him in the driver's meeting before the race. And if I had known that he was going to hit me, and then hit me pretty good, I would have told him to watch for the waving yellow flags. I know him well enough to say hi, and he's raced my car a couple of times in the past.
yes. Okay.
Did you see that musician Scott Burchetta was also in that race?
Mm-hmm. Yes. I think
was,
he races with us on a regular basis.
yeah, that's really cool that he was in that race. Did you encounter him at all during festivities or even on the track?
Yeah, not really. I think he is 4 or 5 cars in front of me. I'm not sure exactly where he qualified, but he would have been, at least at Nashville, he would have been quite a bit in front of me. And so, but we don't socialize. I don't really know him.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was another guy I met at the race, and I had no idea until I brought it up to someone in my hotel room. I had no idea he was responsible for the rise of Taylor Swift. And when that happened, I was like, holy cow. I definitely got my money's worth for the weekend.
So I have to ask, are there any drivers that have became your friends?
Oh yeah. Well, my teammates for sure, because they helped me. But yeah, I mean, really, like Boris said, I would say hi to Tom Sheehan, the '97 car. Him and I are always getting mixed up between each other because we qualify close to each other. But he's a super good guy, and yeah, there's all kinds of guys that you say hi to, but we all kind of migrate to our tent or our tractor trailer and work on our cars.
That's cool, man. Good to hear. What were you going to say before he asked you that question? Because I think you were going to say something.
No, I'm not sure.
I think it had something to do with Scott Burchetta or something.
Yeah, I mean, just that, well, he would be, I think that he qualifies a little bit in front of me. So when we qualify, we all get lined up and we're all just kind of hanging by our cars because we're not sure how much time we have left to get into the car, either for qualifying or for the race. And so if you're close to somebody, you're going to say, hi, hey, let's be careful on the start of the race. Let's not take each other out in the first turn or something.
Okay. So. That's cool to hear. What's your favorite track you've ever raced on in Trans Am?
I really like Sebring. The track, there's plenty of opportunities to pass, and it's very bumpy. Part of it's asphalt, part of it's concrete. So the grip levels are totally different. One area, like turn 17, the last turn, very bumpy, very little grip. And so I've raced there a lot. So I have for sure some good track knowledge. And but being able to pass someone, if someone is a little bit slower than you, you want to get around that person, you want to get going try to get it as high on the grid or the finish of the race as you can.
So, what is your remaining schedule for the year?
Well, we have, as far as races, we usually have about 12 races a year. Watkins Glen is coming up in just a week. Next week we'll be in Watkins Glen. And that's a double race. We'll race on Saturday and then we'll race on Sunday, assuming your car is not, destroyed. Yeah. But, yeah, our first race usually is the very end of February, beginning of March, and that'll be at Sebring. That's usually the very beginning. And then COTA usually is our last race, and that's usually like early November. That'll be our final race.